We're here to commemorate the opening of the plaque for Redbridge Park and Ride, which is the longest running park and ride scheme in the country. And its success is attributable to the fact that, unlike other schemes at the time, it wasn't a seasonal or experimental scheme, but part of an overhaul of transport policy in the city, which involved abandoning road building in the city centre and limiting car parks in the centre and providing alternatives instead. Since its opening, Park and Ride has expanded in Oxford, and it's now 5 sites with over 5,000 parking spaces and more are planned. The Civic Society was one of the groups at the time in the early 70s that was campaigning for a change in policy from road building in the city to an alternative, what we now call a more sustainable transport policy. It's important to have Park and Ride because a lot of the people working and shopping in the city come from outside the city, and obviously there isn't space. It's not just a question of parking space, it's a question of the traffic that's involved in getting from outside the city to the city centre. And the aim is to intercept people at a point in their journey to transfer to a bus, which obviously is a 70-seater, and you can have dozens of car users getting into one bus. And there's a sufficiently large operation that you have a frequent bus service, so it provides an attractive alternative. Why the Civic Society is commemorating Redbridge with a plaque is because it's a very bold initiative at the time. We now take it very much for granted. The scheme is here and it's a very well provided for facility. But when it was first opened, it was very novel, very experimental and very brave initiative, and it's good to have the plaque here to remind people that Oxford was the first of the permanent schemes.